Tyler Jackson with Manhattan City Lifestyle Magazine. Welcome to the inaugural issue, the inaugural episode of Wildcat Legends. Where are they now? Brought to you by Community First National Bank. And the first Wildcat legend that we have today was a wide receiver for the K-State football team. Several years ago, we'll go over that, but I'm talking to the one and only Mr. Curry Sexton. How are you, buddy?
Good, Tyler. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it, and I think you might be getting a little too liberal with your use of the word legend here. So, but I appreciate it, and really appreciate what you're doing for the Manhattan community. It's been fun to watch from afar.
You know what? Likewise too, with you and what you have going on. So let's just start from the top. When was it that you played at K-State? When was that?
Yeah, so I played from 2011 to 2014. So I was a part of some of those good Snyder 2.0 teams. Cotton Bowl year, Fiesta Bowl year, and Alamo Bowl were three of the four bowls that I went to. So yeah, those four seasons.
Those were some great years. Of course, Colin Klein was the quarterback in 2011, 2012, and we all know what happened with those. I mean, you were a part of a Big 12 championship team as far as Kansas State football is concerned. You're one of just a few players to have ever participated on one of those teams.
For sure, and that's something that I very much treasure. You know, there's now three of us in the history of K-State football. So three of us that are champions. Obviously, more have played in championship games, but that was certainly one of my lasting memories and one of the more significant accomplishments that I've been a part of.
Now, where are you from originally?
I'm from Abilene, Kansas.
So you're just 45 minutes down the road from Manhattan, hometown of I.D. Eisenhower.
Yep. Grew up on South Abilene and grew up, an avid K-State fan, K-State family, and really, always dreamed to go into play at K-State. And so to have that opportunity was to say a dream come true would be very cliche, but that really fits. So it was incredible for me and for my family, and again was just an unbelievable experience.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but was it true that you wore jersey number 14 because that was the section where your family watched games from?
So that became the legend. It wasn't really true because I wasn't given a choice what number to wear. It just so happened that I was assigned number 14 when I came in, and that happened to be the section that we sat in growing up. So it became a little bit of a legend. People who sat around us in section 14 had T-shirts made, that said something like from section 14 to number 14 on the field or something. So yeah, there was a little bit of myth in there, but one of those things that you kind of just let it ride and let the story play out. So.
And you're over here saying I'm loose with the word legend. If you got a story like that, that qualifies you for being a legend for sure.
I appreciate it. Yeah, it was one of those things that you just you never really thought much about, and then you start seeing people wearing T-shirts and stuff with it, and it's just very, very cool.
That is awesome. Well, it was some pretty fun times and some pretty great teams that you were a part of. Now, post Kansas State, what are you doing now?
Yeah, so I'm a lawyer in Kansas City at a firm called Siegfried Bingham. And so I guess backtrack a little bit. So after I got done playing at K-State, I tried to go on and play in the NFL. Had a very, very quick cup of coffee in Minnesota, and that didn't work out. And I was more than ready to move on at that point. And so I thought, hey, I want to be a football coach. So looked into that, and because of the timing, I didn't have really an opportunity to pursue the college route. So I went to coach high school football in Junction City with Ty Zimmerman and his dad for a semester. And then once I did that, I realized I'm kind of done with football and ready to move on. So sat down with some family members, and we decided to pursue law school, and now I am an attorney at a law firm in Kansas City. And then on the side, I do help run one of the K-State NIL collectives and help try to generate NIL opportunities for K-State student athletes. So have really enjoyed doing that on the side.
Which collective are you a part of?
I'm a part of Wildcat NIL.
Okay. Yeah, hey, I've seen the banners in Aggieville on the light posts.
For sure. Dennis Cook has hooked us up with those. So, but yeah, that's been really fun. I mean, obviously, when I was a student athlete, NIL wasn't a thing. You know, we couldn't so much as get a free dinner in Aggieville, and so it's been really fun for me to be a part of that and to help the now current athletes really benefit from the changes to the NCAA model.
So now is Wildcat NIL, is that exclusively for Kansas State athletes and just exclusively for everything that's going on here with our university?
That's correct. Yeah. So K-State specific. So our group is made up of primarily former K-State student athletes: Jesse Erbs, Pearson McAtee, Ryan Hennington, and a couple of others. And so it's just a group of guys who have a passion for K-State and for Manhattan. And so we've banded together to do as much as we can to help K-State be competitive in that space. And so yeah, very much just K-State specific.
Which you and I both know, and everybody else that's a college sports fan understands that right now is like the Wild West. There's a lot going on with NIL, and you need to have somebody as kind of a middleman to kind of help both student athletes navigate through the process and also business people that are interested as well.
Absolutely. It is certainly, as you describe it, a wild west, and you know, there is a lot of uncertainty on both sides, student athlete and maybe the supporter side. And so yeah, that's you know, education has been a huge piece in trying to, you know, to elevate our NIL opportunities. And so I think it helps to have, you know, to have some ex-athletes and some true K-Staters in the fold, because I think there's a trust element there that makes it a little bit easier as we navigate this uncertain and ever evolving space.
Well, my friend, I can't wait to see how far you take Wildcat NIL and just what becomes of it. I mean, there's a lot out there.
Absolutely. Very much looking forward to it. It's been really fun to build this thing out, and we're about a year in and have really done some positive things. I mean, we put 3 football players on scholarship, which is really exciting, which is a really exciting venture. And you know, I think you might have seen a story that was recently published by Kellis Robinette regarding one of them, Xavier Lloyd, and the deal that we've had in place now for a year with Xavier essentially made sure that he could stay at K-State and that he could stay in college, which is something that we really, is very important to us. And so to have the opportunity to put something in place like that, and then to put so many other deals in place has really been exciting.
Awesome, man. Well, I'm glad that somebody's taking the reins for it, and you're one of the right guys to be involved with that collective for sure.
Well, I appreciate that, Tyler.
So now just a couple more questions before I let you go. Question 1A and 1B. What did you love the most about Kansas State? What do you miss the most about Manhattan?
Those are great questions. What did I love the most about K-State? I would say what I loved the most about K-State was the opportunities it gave me to build lifelong friendships and to meet my now wife. Obviously we had a lot of success on the football field, got an opportunity to play for a coaching legend, had some really tremendous individual successes on the football field, got 2 college degrees. Those are all great things. But the most significant thing that happened, for me at K-State were the opportunities I had to meet tremendous people. I have many lifelong friends that I met at K-State. Wouldn't have had those opportunities without K-State. And then in my senior season, met my now wife. And so that is what I love most about K-State. So it's from that standpoint, it's very near and dear to me. And I miss a lot of things about Manhattan. But I think you're probably going to get this frequently in this piece. But I miss Taco Lucha the most. My wife is from Manhattan, so we spend a lot of time back there. But every time we go back, that's one of our very first stops. So miss that. Miss the people, miss the food in general. Manhattan is a tremendous food town, but Taco Lucha is certainly something that we miss very much.
Like I like to tell everybody about Taco Lucha. They're not exactly the best tacos in the world, but they're exactly the best tacos in the world.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah, there's a little there that we often joke about it. There's a little nostalgia in there that makes the tacos maybe taste a little bit better. Some of the elements of the atmosphere and things of that nature, the memories kind of drive that place up in value. But and maybe that's part of what I miss so much. But certainly miss that and many other things as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Wildcat Legend, the inaugural one, the very first one, Mr. Curry Sexton. Real quick, where could people go learn more information about Wildcat NIL?
Yeah, so people can learn more about Wildcat NIL at www.catsnil.com. You can reach out to us either via our general inquiry on the website, or all of our email addresses are on the website. So please feel free to reach out if you want to learn more about what we're doing for K-State student athletes.
Awesome. And there's tons to learn, and you're the man for the job. You and everybody else that you mentioned, you guys are perfect for it.
I appreciate it, Tyler. And thanks for having me today. It's really been good to connect with you again.
Yeah, likewise, Mr. Curry. Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Curry Sexton, number 14 in the section and on the jersey, but number 1 in your heart, no doubt. This is Wildcat Legends, Where Are They Now? Brought to you by Community First National Bank.